Peace and blessings, everyone. I was thinking last night about evolution. The whole, evolution and intelligent design debate. How people of faith want to denounce evolution as being false. Really, more so, it seems like Christians, more so than anything. I'm sure there's other religions, but it's always like it's Christians taking the cause. I guess because Christian is the primary religion, the majority religion here in the United States and around the world, Christianity, and it's so much a part of the culture here and laws and everything else. But it speaks to the human condition and how we think and how we still just really aren't all there up here. I mean, if we look at it, we look through. It's two trains of thoughts that I'm about to bring here. One is, are we still in superstition with religion? If we go back in history, it all started with superstitions, right? Before the holy books were written, there were superstitions. We were afraid of the dark, afraid of thunderstorms, tornadoes, earthquakes. Not understand why the sun leaves us, why the moon is there sometimes when sometimes it's not. Snow, cold, all that. Things which are greater than us, we can't understand. We have no control over. So someone's controlling this. It's a God. Why is there a thunderstorm? The God must be mad, must be angry. What are we doing wrong? We need to please that God. Let's bring them food. Let's sacrifice some people. Sacrifice some kids. And that was, once again, this was before these holy books were written. So the holy books come along. And of course, it wants to be said that God gave the writers the insight to writing the words of God, these books, instead of accepting it as just another progression of superstition. To saying there's a God, to one God, to saying exactly what the God wants, what the God expects, rewards we get from God. But isn't that really what it is, what's going on? Because when it comes down to it, there is less proof of a religious God than there is proof. You go to any person of religion who has a religious book that they believe and follow, and they always prove their religion with their book. When Christians speak of truth, they speak of Bible truth. They can prove everything. They can prove how true Christianity is by going to the Bible and saying that the Bible speaks about how true Christianity is. And I've said this before. I mean, we don't accept that in everyday life. We don't accept that in our everyday life in business dealings, accepting something by its word without external proof. And there's a minimum external proof about the spiritual aspects of the Bible, not necessarily history, and even some of that can be for debate. Because some of the names and places, that can be proven outside of history. But when we're talking about the real important things about the Bible, the spirituality, the religious aspect of it, God, Jesus Christ, and all that, that's less proven. So if there is more proof that God doesn't exist, then why is it that we so readily accept that as a truth. That is a objective truth. Once Christians say Bible truth, that is an objective truth, and thus it is limited. It only lasts as long as that object lasts. As long as that Bible lasts, that's how long the truth of that will last. And when it changes, then that truth changes. When an interpretation changes, then the truth changes of that object. It's objective truth. And a belief that people hold becomes a subjective truth, just opinions, which neither one of these is a truth that I profess. My God, truth. Truth is beyond that. My truth is beyond that. Truth, absolute truth, is beyond both of those. Because both of those need something, someone to exist. Subjective truth needs a person to have an opinion, to bring forth a truth. If that person doesn't exist, if there are no people, then subjective truth is gone. Objective truth can only last as long as objects exist. I already gave the example of the Bible. There are no objects. If there's nothing here in existence, then objective truth no longer exists. But truth, absolute truth, always exists. It's omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient. So, the evolution creationism debate. We look around us. We look around us. Everything speaks of evolution and evolving. Even ourselves, even our very self. We evolve from the coming together of an egg and a sperm into one cell that splits and splits and evolves and evolves and grows and evolves and grows. It's evolution. Yet we want to deny it, that we want to not deny that that's how we could have come to be. I thought something. It's basically the chicken and the egg question. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? And I got a joke for you quick. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, if the rooster did it correctly, the chicken did. Hope you got that. So, everything speaks of evolving. Chicken and egg. When humans are infants, they are firstborn. We are amongst the most helpless beings that there are on this planet. The most helpless. If you put 100 babies, 1,000, 10,000 newborn babies on an island by themselves, they will all die. They will all die because they cannot provide for themselves. So, how did the first baby come along? Now, of course, that's when the religious ones will say, well, that's why it started with Adam and Eve in the beginning, and God created two adults. And it came from that. All right, well, once again, that starts going against science, and them talking about the earth is only 6,000 years old and whatnot, and theological and all that other stuff. All right, but it speaks to us, and it says that obviously there was an evolution of us where we started as a lower form creature that could fend for itself, that didn't need an adult to take care of it. Like there are creatures out there, we'll start with organism, microbes, which is all we are. We're made up of a bunch of organisms and germs and cells that breed themselves inside our body, that split and keep going and evolve and change. The germs around us. How come we have to update the flu shot every season? Because it evolves, evolution. But like I said, it goes back to it. To me, more than anything else, it shows that it had to be evolution of some type. Whether you want to accept that we came from sludge out of water or monkeys, it speaks. Once again, there's more scientific proof that speaks to there is some evolution. Whether you want to accept or say that because of missing link that it blows out, it disturbs and tears down the whole evolution concept. But once again, everything around us says that it's so. So like I said, there's evolving from a state of where we could fend for ourselves initially in birth to a higher organism being where got to a point where we couldn't take for ourselves initially, but at that point there was a parent to take care of that baby. And like I said, to me, it can't be denied. Scientifically, it speaks to it. And then if all you can do is go to a book which is debatable, then it's no true foundation there. All you're going off of is faith, leaving out truth, ignoring truth. And it's not going to get us anywhere. It's not going to get us anywhere. Can't be afraid of the truth. You can't. It shall set us free. What do you have to fear if you question the Bible? What do you have to fear if you question the Quran? What do you have to fear if you question any book and searching for the truth? Because obviously God would know that you're searching for the truth. And most religious books speak of the truth. So if you are seeking the truth, if you are questioning the validity of something for the truth, then wouldn't God understand? Isn't that what God wants? And if it is a truth, wouldn't it bear out in the end and prove itself to be true? So why fear? Why get caught up in superstition? God bless everyone. Peace and love.